What's good, world? I might be back with another reaction video. I feel like it's been a while since I did an MMA video, but whatever. It don't even matter. Listen, this weekend we have crazy ass fights, and the press conference just happened. I want to talk about the press conference, but first I gotta talk about the fact that damn, I don't want to say his name wrong. That's the problem. Daniel Zellhuber. Daniel Zellhuber and Michael Johnson, I think, is going to start off as a crazy ass fight. And in that press conference showed it. I do want to say that what's good with these press conferences, bro? They come out here, they ask these black ass questions, and then they get out of here. They need people to come out here and ask some real questions. I hate the fact that Max can't play along and be like, fuck your retirement. So, just not literally say that, but just something to hype the fight up. You can't just say something. You can't just say, Dustin, fuck you. I'm coming here to end your parade. I respect you as a fighter and everything you've done, but I have to come here and I have to whoop your ass. Like, come on. We could have heard all of this good stuff. Instead, we got to listen to Patricio Pitbull, barely know English, and Joe Humberger, barely knew English. Sometimes these press conferences be pissing me off. And honestly, like I'm going to say is, the media questions are also ass. Like, Max Holloway looks fit as fuck. Nobody's going to ask him why he looks so ready already. Dustin, he looks like he's a little bit soft. Nobody's going to ask him why he looks like he's softening up, coming in like butter. But we going to ask about 100 repetitive questions that we heard every other media person ask. And we're gonna act like we didn't hear everybody else ask that. That's that stupid shit I hate about UFC media. And that's what kills the platform. They don't try to go and get the new shit sometimes. Anyways, like I was saying, Max Holloway, come on, man, bruh. Like, play along to the vibe a little bit. Like, get the boos, make them boo you, You're sitting there talking about boo me, but you don't mean it. You gotta tell them to boo you and give them a reason why. Here we are. Let me do this. Oh, let me bring this, make it a little smaller. I know I'm not wrong. Y'all gotta agree with that. Like, I'm not saying be disrespectful the way I'm saying it, but I'm saying, like, bro, add some heat to the fucking fire, bro. Throw some motherfucking gas on that flame and shit. Say fuck your retirement, and then hopefully you can come out and win this fight. Again, I won't be mad if you don't, but like the hype. Here we are, skipping the prelims. Let me see. This is crazy that this is on the prelims. This is crazy. They got Marvin Vettori and Brendan Allen on the prelims. Who else they got in this motherfucker? I didn't even check this. And Brazil. Oh, shit. She looks like she about to tell you your next path. Damn, why does this guy look like Alex Pereira? What the fuck? I don't know if that's racist. Let me not say that. Having Marvin Vettori and Brendan Allen on the prelims is wild work. Now, these two, I understand, because I don't know who the fuck they are. And I probably should. 12-3. You got a weird build. Weird body build ass. Weird body build ass. 22-3. 22-3 versus 12-3. Who do you think's gonna win? Oh my god, yeah. Like, come on now. Alright, moving on. We got Michael Johnson, Daniel Zellhuber versus Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson is obviously a beast, and obviously he's an old head. But at this point, we got to give it to Daniel, right? Because he's just a beast. I watched his last two fights. I'm pretty sure. Let me just double check. Right, I was just saying he lost his last fight. He won the last two. Perfect. I don't want to say no bullshit. I was pretty sure he lost his last fight, though. Hamburger Definitely beating Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson about to get tired. He's going to get quick, easy, boom, boom, ba, boom, boom, boom. I don't think he's going to come in and manhandle him like he thinks he is. Then again, what do I know? Dan Ige versus Patricio Pitbull. And I feel like this is a slept-on one because of the way that Patricio went out last time and kind of made himself look like a fool. But we got to take into account that he was a champion. He's 36-8, bro. Like, come on, bro. Come on. Who we gonna? Who? Let me see something real quick. Does he even have a ranking? Yeah, 11. Okay, 11. And what's he? What's Patricio? He doesn't even. Yo, they're really trying to get him in the rankings. This is a good fight for Patricio since he came off that Yair loss. This is gonna be a good fight to get him back on the board. But if Patricio loses here, it's over. Oh, let me turn this fan to you. It's hot as fuck today. If Patricio loses, it's over for him. Straight up. Not even gonna sugarcoat it or nothing. You can't say you're him and then come here and lose 2 fights, bang bang. You're too old for that shit. Dan Ige is such a great fighter. The problem with Dan Ige is he has so many holes. I'm not gonna sit here and break down every one of his holes like I'm a professional because again I'm not. That would just be fake of me. But as a fan, as somebody who has played a lot of combat sports, he has a lot of holes. And if Patricio is the champion he says he was, he should be able to exploit those and pull off the win here. And if you want to make some money, definitely bet on him. He's the underdog. He's the underdog. If y'all want to make some money, definitely bet on Patricio. Obviously. I'm going to tell y'all straight up. This man just looks scary. He looks like, I don't want to say sweet, but he looks like honey bun eyed Nate. But he looks creepy. Like he put a Jason mask on. Alright, what we doing? Can we be real? Kevin Holland's just looking for a dub. I'm giving this to Kevin Holland, and it's going to be by submission. If Kevin Holland don't win by submission, then I'm going to get to wishing. Because I'm betting all my money on submission. You want to make some money, bet money on submission. Kevin Holland is submitting him. It's going to be quick. Probably second round. And maybe the first if he can get his hands on him easy. And he's going to get out of there. I don't think he's going to go for the whole fighting thing because he's trying to fight soon. You guys got to think about that. So with all that thinking about it, bet that submission. Because Kevin Holland's going for the submission and it's probably going to be early. Now, this fight right here, like I was just going to say, it scares me because people think that Paulo Costa should be counted out. But for what? Why should he be counted? He's still fresh. Y'all don't forget Sean Strickland and, I'm not going to say your name, but a lot of champions done lost, went on losing streaks before they won. Marab lost before he won, didn't he? Did Bilal lose? I think Bilal lost two of his fights before he ended up winning. Paulo Costa is still a problem. And he's an underdog in this fight. If he's saying that he wants Khamzat the way that he's saying he does, this fight should go towards Paulo Costa. Wins by knockout 11 out of his 14. Wins by submission 1. Wins by knockout 12. Wins by decision 2. I have to give it Apollo because the way that this man moves on his feet, you wouldn't even think he was, how much he weighs? You wouldn't even think he was 202 pounds. He's smooth with it. I have to give it him. And I know that Roman's not going to be easy, but again, that's plus 200. If you want to make some money, you probably want to bet on Paulo Costa by knockout. And if you don't want to bet by knockout, then just go for Paulo Costa plus 200, drop a little 200, and leave with a little 400. I'm just saying. Now, this fight, I'm telling y'all straight up, bro, I love both fighters, and I can't, like, I've been sitting here for the last few days, and obviously I want to say Dustin. Retirement fight. He already won the last 2. His last fight, was it his last one? I think his last one he lost to Islam. He beat Benoit Saint Denis. But Max Holloway did lose to Ilya, and then he beat Justin. So it's like, the reason why I say those things is because we have to go off past fights and past opponent's level of skill. Isn't that crazy? So now, if he could go out there, Max Holloway, and he could go out and eat a Dustin Poirier punch way more easier, obviously because he's going to be up to weight. He's been waiting to fight. He's coming off the knockout. And obviously, he's protecting the BMF. And he's obviously down 0-2. If Max Holloway could come on and get the win, that's storybook right there. He goes on there, beats one more guy, and then calls out Ilya and tells him he wants him at the weight he feels more comfortable at. I could see that happening. That's dope. Dustin, man, you already know. He's going to try to put Max Holloway out. And I already see it coming. He's going to go to try to do what, who was it? I think it was, it was just what he did last time. He wanted to go all out versus Islam. He said he was going to go out swinging. And I guarantee you that's what he's going to do this time. Max Holloway has to play it smart. And Max Holloway has to be able to take the defense and the punch. I'm not picking nobody for this fight because I love both fighters and I'm a fan of both fighters. I mean, I'm more of a Max Holloway fan, but I've watched more of Dustin's fights. I don't know how to explain it. But, again, for this main event, I'm just going to be there to watch as a fan. And even if it's legally, who knows? I don't know. I want y'all to understand one thing. I want to say this before I end this video, because I was thinking about it the other day. It's tough to be a UFC fan or a boxing fan. These pay-per-views are super expensive. I mean, Turki Al-Sheikh in the boxing world is talking about he's going to end the pay-per-view model. But Dana White has to come into a certain point and see that it's hard, bro. It's like, I come from, let's say, this Massachusetts, the most expensive state to live in. Like, you almost got to make like 8 times the amount of every other state in order to live. So it's tough for fans in like certain areas to not use streaming websites to save themselves $80. And I'm not trying to say it from a broke aspect. I'm saying it from I know, because I was a fan a long time ago. I watched my family struggle to get the pay-per-view. I watched, even if they could afford it, that $80 on some families is a lot when you get 2 of those a month. Or if you get 2 of those a month and the next month there's 2 more, or next month you got 1 big one and then you're going to throw a party too to have everybody come together. I feel like Dana White in the situation, y'all have to be more for the fans. Cuz y'all charge way too much for tickets for people to even come into the building. And y'all wax on the pay-per-view. If y'all just cut one of those, I think that the fans for the UFC would quadruple. And I'm just saying that as a fan. It's hard to be, and then that's just me speaking on UFC. Because at the end, if you want to be a UFC and a boxing fan and you want to pay for every pay-per-view, you're damn near going to spend almost, let's say $2,000 a year. If you bought one pay-per-view a month, $1,200, let's say. $1,200 a year. Again, I'm counting $20 to throw the party to invite people over. I'm not even trying to be that guy. I'm just calculating it for people in the back. It doesn't make sense as a business to charge so much for families that are struggling in a country just because you're at the top and you don't got to see the bottom. $80 even twice a month is crazy work. Now to do that every month for the whole year, crazy work. And to support the sport, it's not even that. It's like, damn, bro, if you support boxing and UFC, you go broke. Because if you support boxing and UFC, then most likely you support the NBA and football and baseball, which means you got to pay for all those apps too, because they don't want to show them on specific platforms. So, damn near, if you want to be a sports fan, you got to go broke betting and you got to go broke streaming the damn shit. And they want us to not illegally stream. How am I gonna not illegally stream when y'all motherfuckers want to charge me my rent in a year? Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. I don't think no pay-per-view model works like that. I don't even know how it worked before. And I think it was because people just wanted to buy the pay-per-view. That's what it was like popular to buy the pay-per-view and do that stuff. But nowadays, that type of shit is not popping. Nowadays, I can put that shit on a projector, a TV, and my computer, invite everybody over and have it playing on 4 different websites. And if one lags, the other one's ahead, and the other one's moving at a different angle, and the other one's a Spanish website, so I got it in another language. And again, not trying to ruin it for anybody that legally streams the fights. I'm just saying that UFC, if you care about your core fans, you have to change the pay-per-view. No matter even if you think that $1,000 a year is not a lot, bro, that's a lot. Now, people didn't even want to pay for Netflix when that shit was $5. And yes, everybody got Netflix, blah, blah, blah. But you get what I'm saying? You could at least work. Just put it on a fucking platform that we could pay for already and charge us a little bit extra to have every fight free. Or find a new model. Because it's hard to make other people fans and if they got to buy the pay-per-view too. I'm just being straight up. And I just wanted to take the time to say that from a core fan perspective, because I don't miss one fucking card. I don't miss one boxing card. I watch every Memphis game. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there just like me that spend a lot of money just to be a fan. And that's not even counting the money you might take to bet, the money you take to buy the jerseys, the money you take to do all. Like, no wonder why y'all getting so fucking rich off us. Somebody has to fix it. Obviously, the NBA... But fighting is fighting. This should be like bar fighting. You know, you shouldn't have to pay an arm and a leg to see these two people in a cage. And I understand you want to make it a super professional sport, but like, it's got to be this thin line of... That's all I'm saying. Y'all let me know if y'all think that the pay-per-view model is a little chippy. Now listen, I know the camera's fucked up. I've been looking at cameras. I just don't... I listen, I don't know which one to buy. So, soon, I'm going to buy a camera, and I'm going to upgrade this one. So, yes, you can comment, you can talk shit, it's fine. But I'm going to upgrade, and I'm not going to quit on the videos. I appreciate y'all. If y'all watch this whole video, y'all the real ones, I'm out of here. Sheesh.